Here's an idea for you. What's the best counter to a world-class leg lace? How about you finish your takedown and end up on top? I've yet to see a kid be leg laced when they have successfully completed the takedown and they're the one on top, working the kid on bottom. What's the best counter to a gut wrench? Finish your takedown and get on top. What's the best way not to get pinned in someone's strong half Nelson? Finish your takedown and get on top. I know it sounds too obvious, but in reality, if you think about it, the better we are at some of those basics, and if we don't shortcut the process and we drill like crazy and we have a world-class level change, as Nick Perler talks about, and we know the mechanics of a successful shot. And when we finish that shot, our hips are under us, our back is straight, our head is up, and we got them. Then we're going to drive across and we're going to finish, and all those other things suddenly become of less importance. Countering a head and arm throw, countering that half Nelson, countering that leg lace, because we successfully came out on top. And so, look, I hope you'll be patient if we spend quite a bit of practice time on a few basic things. Again, Nick Perler, I've heard him talk about there's 6,000, techniques in wrestling. If you spent 1 minute on each of those 6,000 techniques, then that would take you 6,000 minutes, which is 100 hours. Okay, and we get 5 hours of practice time a week, so it would take you 20 weeks, 1 minute per technique, per takedown, setup, counter, and those kind of individual finishes or parts of a move. And so it would take the whole 5 months just to get the most basic kind of 1 minute at a time sense of those things. Or we can spend the priority of our time, or most of our time, just getting absolutely barbaric with the laser focus of some of the techniques that we're going to use. And let's prioritize the ones that take away the arsenal of our opponent. And then we just don't have to mess around. I know that sounds overly simplistic. Obviously, there's more to it than that. But be patient if our practice focuses on kind of a handful of basic techniques, that if we can do them well. And so, if you find yourself pinned and coach, can we spend more time in practice learning how to avoid a head and arm? Yeah, you bet. It's called a successful takedown, a powerful finish that puts us on top, so we never end up there in the first place. And we can learn some of those other counters, but again, I'm telling you, if we can be world class in our takedowns, and in drilling that, our partner is going to have to get better and better and better at resisting those, which will allow us to be better and better and better at our takedowns. I mean, imagine a kid who spent 6,000 hours becoming just an absolute Jordan Burroughs master of a blast double, and has a partner who's become amazing at resisting that very thing. And so we've had to level up. We're going to be hard to touch. And let's apply that same principle to the simple mechanics of a half Nelson and all the various setups and finishes for that. And then let's prioritize, when we're on top, a few of those moves that are repeatable. Let's learn to be absolutely barbaric with our leg laces and our gut wrenches. If that's all we had, if we were masters at setting up a few simple leg takedowns, we were pinning machines with a heavy half, and if we were very, very confident in our ability to lace the legs, gut wrench, then the worst that's going to happen, we're going to be called back up and we'll start again. That's the key, folks. I love you. Ready, steady, strong, Sterling. Boom!